Day. So it's about the same time it was yesterday morning when I did my little walk around. I think it's about 8:30 in the morning. I'm just coming home from taking care of a cat. It's all good. But I saw something interesting last night when I was taking care of a cat. There's a local newspaper, arts newspaper called Electric City, which is often how Peterborough is known, due to the GE plant and I don't know, all kinds of shit like that back in the boom days. But now it's just a fucking cracked out shithole. Well, that's okay. Yeah, but anyway, I made an album, I guess. If any of people who watch my YouTube channel, y'all probably know. Made an album recently of old blues music called At Midnight Call the Doctor on Mirkwood Recordings. I'm sorry, is this Sherbrooke?
Where the lights are?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, so gotta give a direction or two to the people, you know? Yeah, so anyhow, my record got reviewed in the arts paper, which is kind of cool. It's a month old review. I didn't even know about it until I was approached on the street by a former band member who lives around the corner from the cat that I was taking care of. And he said, yeah, can't wait to hear your new album. I read the review last month in Electric City. So I thought, oh, well, that's great. I'm not mad I missed it or nothing. I mean, it's a free paper. I could pick one up, you know. But they're busy dudes and they're friends of mine. So I'm not going to get down on them for not telling me. But I'm just glad they reviewed it. And they gave it a really good review. At least one that I think is good, because it tells what I was trying to achieve with it. But two things that I found kind of wrong with it was in the very first line, I get referred to as the whiskey-soaked harmonica player from the Silverhearts. Now, not only have I not been in the Silverhearts for well over a year, that's a whole other can of fucking meth end of town kitchen sardines, but that's okay. But it's not that I, you know, people know me maybe as that, but as the harmonica player from the Silverhearts. But I quit drinking in 2001. I used to drink a lot now, mind you. My reputation, I'm sure, precedes me. And this has actually been kind of a struggle since I quit drinking. Just because, I don't know, maybe just because the way I carry myself or what, I don't know, what the hell. But I keep getting branded with the drunk old waste case fucking piss tank Pat Walsh logo, label, whatever the hell. And it's just not true. I don't drink anymore, man. I mean, sometimes I wish I did. Sometimes I wish I could. But I'm glad I don't. Because, A, I don't have any money. Obviously, if you pay attention to my YouTube channel. I don't have any money for shit like that. I have children to take care of that don't need shit like that. And I don't need shit like that. I'm done with drinking. You know, I drank enough in a 15-year period, more than probably most people drink in their entire fucking lives. So I got nothing to prove and nothing to live up to. And if people want to fucking say I'm a waste case 17 years after the fact, well, I can take it, you know. But I just thought it was funny. But and now the other thing, I admin a little music label or a music page on Facebook called Warehouse of Strangers Radio. That it was kind of a Facebook extension of a fanzine I used to publish back in the punk rock 80s. I used to publish a couple fanzines actually. Which was a pretty straight up punk rock, music oriented, anarchy, anti-animal abuse kind of fucking fanzine called Warehouse of Strangers. And this Facebook page is just kind of taking the title from that. But anyhow, I did a bunch of posts the other day of a blues rock musician. I do this occasionally. Like mostly in the music I make, I take my influence from people like Steve Marriott or Rory Gallagher or Peter Green, Howlin' Wolf. You know, like people I really listen to and admire. You know, and I take a lot of influence from punk rock and all the garage rock revival of the 90s. Which I kind of came up in. But anyway, people always refer to me as a Tom Waits ripoff. And I never understood it. Other than the fact that we both kind of have a low growly voice at times. You know, he doesn't sing anything like fucking me though. But And I've seen Tom Waits. I saw him in 1999 at the Hummingbird Center. He was phenomenal. I like Tom Waits a lot, but I don't listen to him at home. I rarely pay attention to what he's doing. You know, I think like something that kind of stuck the fucking nail in the coffin was Silverhearts got asked to do a cover of his Rain Dogs album by our old record label, Banbury Park Records, and we did it, and it was a great learning experience. And I believe it was given the thumbs up by Tom Waits himself, which is kind of cool. It's just a live recording of us doing all the songs off Rain Dogs. I sing Jockey Full of Bourbon and Anywhere I Lay My Head, the last song on the album. But people didn't come to that show because they thought I was going to be fucking mocking the character of like dressing and acting like Tom Waits and being Tom Waits for a night. That's fucking load of shit, man. I don't even really pay attention to Tom Waits. Like, he's good, but I'd also say Boston's good, but I don't listen to them either very much, you know? Tom Waits is better than Boston, but you know what I mean? It always baffled me. So, but anyway, I get the perennial Tom Waits comparison in this review, and it cannot escape me. Every single review I think I've ever had for a record or a performance has mentioned those two things above all else. So it's kind of weird because I don't drink anymore and I don't sound like Tom Waits. You know, people need a go-to, right? Like when you're a musician, one thing I learned, you know, you gotta have a pretty fucking thick skin as a musician. I don't give a fuck if you like my shit, you know. I'm probably not gonna like 90% of what I hear, and I'm probably not gonna go see 90% of what goes on just due to the fact I'm a fucking broke, sick old dude, you know. But he doesn't drink, but you know, I appreciate all the support I get. And you know, you just gotta know, a little give, a little take. It's all good. But where was I going with that? I can't remember. Yeah, anyway, I'm almost home. So, I'll sign off, I guess. Anyway, I got a good recipe in the meth end of town today, so I'll hit you up later.